Welcome back to Linus Tech Tips. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of circuits. These intricate systems are the backbone of pretty much all the tech we love, but how much do you really know about them? We're going to be looking at some seriously interesting facts about circuits that they probably didn't teach you in school. Get ready to have your mind blown by the magic that makes our tech tick. Stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and let's unravel the mysteries of circuits together. Okay, before we get into all the crazy stuff happening with circuits today, we gotta give props to the OG, the first electrical circuit ever created. We're talking way back in the 1800s with this one. This wasn't some super complicated thing, no sir, it was a simple circuit, but it proved a point. That electricity could flow in a continuous path. This blew people's minds at the time and paved the way for, well, everything we're going to talk about today. Imagine those early experimenters fiddling with wires and batteries, seeing that spark for the first time. It must have been mind-blowing. This simple circuit was the spark that ignited a technological revolution. From that moment on, it was off to the races. People started experimenting, coming up with new ways to use circuits, and the rest, as they say, is history. But it all started with that very first circuit. So next time you're using your phone or your computer, take a second to think about that first circuit and the impact it had on the world. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. Now let's fast forward a bit and talk about Moore's Law. This isn't a law like don't touch that hot stove, it's more like a prediction, an observation about how quickly technology was advancing. Gordon Moore, one of the founders of Intel, noticed that the number of transistors that could fit on an integrated circuit was doubling about every 2 years. And this wasn't just some random observation, it became a self-fulfilling prophecy that drove the tech industry for decades. Think about it, every 2 years circuits were getting smaller, faster, and more powerful. This is why we went from those giant computers that took up entire rooms to the sleek laptops and smartphones we have today. Moore's Law is the reason why we've seen such incredible technological progress in such a short amount of time. It's like the tech world was on some kind of crazy growth spurt. Now Moore's Law isn't holding up quite as well these days, we're pushing the limits of physics, but it's had a massive impact on how circuits have evolved. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get really wild. We're talking about quantum circuits, the next big thing in computing. Now, I'm not a quantum physicist, but basically, these circuits use the principles of quantum mechanics to perform calculations in ways that traditional circuits just can't handle. We're talking exponentially faster processing power. Imagine a computer that could solve problems in seconds that would take a classical computer billions of years. That's the potential of quantum circuits. It's still early days for this technology, but researchers are making some serious breakthroughs. We could see quantum computers revolutionize fields like medicine, material science, and artificial intelligence. It's like we're on the verge of unlocking a whole new level of computing power, and it's all thanks to the mind-bending world of quantum circuits. Alright, let's bring things back down to earth for a minute and talk about integrated circuits, or ICs for short. These little guys are the unsung heroes of the electronics world. You can think of an IC as a miniature circuit board, packed with transistors, resistors, capacitors, all the good stuff, all etched onto a tiny piece of silicon. They're basically the brains of your devices. Your smartphone, your computer, your gaming console, they all rely on integrated circuits to function. Without ICs, we'd still be stuck with those giant, clunky electronics from decades ago. The development of the integrated circuit was a game changer. It allowed us to cram more and more functionality into smaller and smaller packages, and they're still evolving. Engineers are constantly finding new ways to make ICs even smaller, faster, and more efficient, which is pretty mind-blowing when you think about how tiny they already are. Okay, before you all run off and start building your own circuits, we gotta talk about safety. Electricity is powerful stuff, and it's important to treat it with respect. First things first, always make sure you're working with a circuit that's not powered on. Double check, triple check, you don't want to become part of the circuit yourself. Next up, invest in some good quality safety gear. We're talking insulated gloves, safety glasses, maybe even a fire extinguisher, just in case things get a little too exciting. When you are working with live circuits, be aware of your surroundings. Make sure you're not standing in a puddle of water, and for the love of all that is good, don't touch anything metal. And finally, if you're ever unsure about something, ask for help. There are tons of resources available online and in your community, so don't be afraid to reach out and get some guidance. Remember, safety first, fun second. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something new about the amazing world of circuits. These little guys don't always get the attention they deserve, but they're the foundation of the technology we use every single day. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Linus Tech Tips for more tech content, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep on exploring the fascinating world of technology.